It's making my face look blue. I don't want a blue face. I'm not sad. I wanted blue because for talking because of my throat chakra. Let me see. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like a pink color, pink purple. Hello, collective. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Patience. I am your high sensitive healer, psychic intuitive, here with my spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, where we do a podcast on Spotify called Spirit News. If you want to learn more about your non-physicalness, we do all that over there. And here we do psychic development, and we do our ascension process on TikTok if you want to check that out. We have a fun reading later on. We're going to be connecting with Left Eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Hat to the back. I got to keep my pants down there low. That's the kind of girl I am. I can't wait. Oh my God. What an incredible influence on my own life. She was my favorite out of Crazy, Sexy, Cool. And I never thought for 1 minute that she was as crazy as they portrayed her to be. Maybe in a moment of her life, but not for the overall, I think I'm going to call it right now, and we'll see later on it's at 8:00 tonight, by the way. If she was a divine being, I think she might have been divine. And I think that's why her morals and her differences were so marked, I remember watching, anyway, we'll save that for later. Yes, let me not give too much away. But I'll say she's divine. I'll say that. So we're here with another read. This one's about polyethylene. And I'm like, I don't know. I looked up polyethylene. Let me say what it is. Polyethylene is a chemical compound commonly produced plastic. It's a polymer primarily used for packaging. Polyethylene is a plastic produced in polymer primary. It's a lot of P's. And it says that it's not toxic, but I don't know if that's true. Polyethylene has been extensively reviewed by regulatory authorities and determined to be non-hazardous by normal routes of exposures, including skin contact, inhalation, and ingestion. And it's used for food, drink containers, medical applications like knee joints. Polyethylene's chemical structure consists of repeated monomers made from carbon and hydrogen atoms. Is polyethylene cancerous? No. Polyethylene, no chemical carcinogenicity has been seen in implantation studies, although particles from polyethylene implants can induce so-called solid-state carcinogenicity, which is a physical reaction to an implanted material. And then if we continue, what are the problems with polyethylene? Polyethylene is elastic, chemical stable, non-biodegradable, and the traditional disposable methods, including landfilling and incineration, these methods are costly and unsustainable and further increase the burden on the environment. Is polyethylene safe for drinking water? For many years, polyethylene was believed to be a safe option precisely because it's free from BPA, but recent research has revealed it can discharge other endocrine disruptors, such as phthalates, into the water. And we've been talking a lot about water. Spirit has been bringing up water a lot. Does polyethylene leach chemicals? Phthalates can leach from PET to HDPE bottles in their contents. Different kinds of acidic liquids are packaged in polyethylene and high-density polyethylene bottles. I think chemicals is bad news. Chemicals is bad news, but I think this polyethylene is a lot more, worse than we thought. Vinegar does not dissolve plastic. Vinegar is an acid solution, but it is not strong enough to dissolve plastic. Interesting. Does ethylene give off gas. Polyfluoroethylene and polyethylene materials provided relatively small amounts of outgassing. So this says that it can disrupt endocrine disruptors. What's an endocrine? Endocrine disruptors. Let's see. What are examples of endocrine disruptors? Oh my gosh, there's so many. Arsenic, cell phone radio frequency radiation, dust mites, cockroaches, pet allergens, aloe vera. So like an allergy, people can have allergy, their body can, what are the four conditions? Adrenal insufficiency. The adrenal gland releases too much of the hormone cortisol, stress hormone. Cushing's disease, an overproduction of the pituitary gland hormone leads to overactive adrenal glands. Gigantism, a growth hormone, and it can cause thyroid problems. Oh my God, is that why everyone I know has a thyroid problem? From drinking bottled water? Oh shit, you guys. We're about to go in. Come through, Spirit. I also have a song that they pulled up for this read. It's Disturbed, the Land of Confusion. We just talked about landfills and Earth. It's not sustainable. I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, been haunted by 1,000,000 screams, but I can hear the marching feet moving into the street. How did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone away. Just like that thing said, like it just says that it doesn't have any effects, but it really does. How did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone away, but I can see the fire still alight, burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and there's not much love to go around. Can't you see this is a land of confusion? This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we've been given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living in. Our Superman, where are you now? When everything's gone wrong somehow. Oh my gosh, this feels like Gospel of Gotham or something. Gospel of Gotham? Oh, someone write that down. Make a song. When everything's gone wrong somehow, the men of steel, these men of power, are losing control by the hour. And this is the time. This is the place. So we look for the future. But there's not much love to go around. Tell me why this is a land of confusion. I remember long ago when the sun was shining and all the stars were bright all through the night in the wake of the madness as I held you tight. This is about pollution, you guys. I won't be coming home tonight. My generation will put it right. We're not just making promises that we know we'll never keep. There's too many men. Too many men. I'm hearing many men. Many men. God have mercy on me. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the words. I'll have to look that up. Too many men. There's too many men populating the earth? I didn't say it. There's it. Or there's too many men in power. It's not even. There's too many men in power. Too many problems making too many problems. Too many people making too many problems. There's not much love to go around. Can't you see this land is a land of confusion? Now this is the world we live in. Stand up and let's start showing just where our lives are going. Oh my God, I love that. So this is clearly connected about how we're not paying attention to what we're ingesting. We're not paying attention to what they say is safe or not. We're just taking these people's word, even though they probably have some kind of reason to be saying it's okay. They're probably getting paid to say that or something. And we're drinking out of water bottles. I'm drinking out of my metal tin. I'm trying to drink not in water bottles. Spirit said the polyethylene in the bottles may possibly be poisoning us through water, through seeping. All right. Well, I also have a Bible verse. Actually, I have two things. I have You're Becoming a Galactic Human. I opened it to energy. The law of two is the law of relationship. It simply states that the power of creation can be utilized through loving closeness with one another. From this closeness, you treasure the deep connection with another and move from a single self-awareness to a deeper knowledge of guardianship by use of joint or one-on-one love energies. And Spirit just said energy. The law of two is the basis for applying a combined guardianship service through a partnership of love and caring. Its energy path is the Shreyan, Shreehan, the energy right of the closeness. Michael. Spirit just said Michael. Michael, what? We got to make Michael know the law of two? To aid all beings who incarnate into the Syrian realm of full human consciousness, each clan provides to its members a series of counselors who are attached to each clan's temple system. These clan temples, located along and upon the major planetary grid points, serve as the core for the web of consciousness that exists throughout the planet. Hey, the web! That's where I go when I want to read the collective. Here, meditations and exercise are given. Oh, I'm going to cry. My body's resonating. When I cry, that's... Oh, wait, my body tells me it resonates. It's not the most convenient of time of a gift when I cry, but because not everyone understands crying, but here our meditations and exercises are given that permit you to successfully pass through the various life crises you could encounter while acknowledging your personal growth in consciousness through the law of one and the law of two. It is the clan temple that the first concepts of being a planetary guardian are established. Here, the proper rituals, along with the necessary energy cleansing meditations, are first performed to honor and preserve the connected life force needed for planetary guardianship, as well as to sustain the strength of the planet's biosphere. Yeah, I think law of one, law of two, the spiritual path is energy of a personal closeness and its ritual. Law of one is the spiritual path or soul force path. Interesting. So it's saying that we need to come together to be able to have a personal closeness to this situation so we can strengthen the planet's biosphere, because we're not connecting with each other in the right way, and it's making us really disconnected from everything around us. We're like so hyper focused on one thing that has nothing to do with anything, and then we lose sight of what's really important, and we won't have a planet to live on if we don't get our heads out of our butts and start listening to what Spirit has to say, and we don't start acknowledging that Earth is an entity herself and she doesn't appreciate all the plastics, and we shouldn't be using so much plastic. Or we should be coming up with better ways to connect with each other, to find a way to a sustainable way to get rid of the plastic. Omar. Spirit said Omar, Abigail, and Michael. Okay. So I also opened it to the Bible, and I opened it to Job. Even though it's spelled Job, I think it's you say it like Job. It's called the first trial. The first trial, Eliphaz first speech. First cycle of speeches, chapter 3. Job's complaint. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed his day. Job spoke out and said, "Perish the day on which I was born, the night when they said the child is a boy. May that day be darkness. May God above not care for it. May light not shine upon it. May darkness and gloom claim it. clouds settle upon it. Blackness of day, affright it. May obscurity seize that night. May it not be counted among the days of the year, nor enter into the number of the months. May that night be barren. Let no joyful outcry greet it. Let them curse it who curse the sea, those skilled at disturbing Leviathan. May the stars of its twilight be darkened. May it look for daylight, but have none, nor gaze on the eyes of the dawn, because it did not keep the shut doors of the womb to shield my eyes from trouble. Why did I not die at birth? Come forth from the womb and expire. Why did knees receive me, or breasts nurse me? For then I should have lain down and been tranquil. Had I slept, I should have been at rest, with kings and counselors of the earth who rebuilt what were ruins, or with princes who had gold and filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not buried away like a stillborn child, like babies that have never seen the light? Oh, I said been the light. Babies that have never been the light? There the wicked cease from troubling. There the weary are at rest. The captives are at ease together, and hear no overseer's voice. Small and great are there. The servant is free from the master. Why is light given to toilers, life to the bitter in spirit? They wait for death, and it does not come. They search for it more than for hidden treasure. They rejoice in it exultingly, and are glad when they find the grave. A man whose path is hidden from him, one whom God has hemmed in. 23. I don't know what that means. Hemmed in. A man whose path is hidden from him, one whom God has hemmed in. Sown in. For to me sighing comes more readily than food. Someone who's depressed. Oh my gosh, is this describing people who have overactive endocrine glands? Endocrine? My groans well forth like water, for what I feared overtakes me. What I dreaded comes upon me. I have no peace nor ease. I have no rest, no, for trouble has come. That sounds like people who are stressed out, like from drinking too much bottled water. Number. Oh, shit. Okay. Tell us more. Let's do... let's do... What do we want to do? Spirit, how do you want me to do this? This is like a really big topic. Let's do my cards. Okay. Alright. Spirit, please tell us what you want us to know about polyethylene. Maybe tell us how the source of it, or how we can... Yeah, I don't know if I should use it. This is a tough one. I've never done something so global before. Okay.
Holiday.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a holiday after this. I need a holiday. I'm gonna go on a cruise. I'm gonna take my kids. It's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna be in the sunshine. We're gonna play on the beach. We're gonna find crystals. All right, Spirit, please come through. Tell us how we can help. How can we help? What can we shed light on? How can we help? How to release a candy bar stuck in a vending machine. Oh, damn. Polyethylene could possibly be used in so many things, including candy bars. Bang on the side of the machine. Left on the button to release and press to close the machine, or it'll reach up into the floor and lay in position as the candy bars just below, aiming above the glass. Oh my gosh, I think our food is being seeped by this plastic, interpreters. From this plastic. It's in everything. It's in our food, it's in our candy bars, it's in our water, because people have lied about its uses and the dangerousness of it, or we're just now finding out that it is dangerous. Maybe it wasn't in short-term studies, but now it's been around long enough, it's seeping into everything, and it disrupts your endocrine system. It literally makes you have an allergic reaction to it. So you have more stress, higher cortisol levels, and thyroid issues. How to pretend you have an assistant. Messages and voicemails going out to set friends up at desk stations, at workstations, to make shift setup to work with that comes as a friend. You wait for the car to come to drive away with your friends. Yeah, so there's people who are maybe work or like scientists or whoever's creating polyethylene. Whoever the creator of polyethylene has friends all around. Spirit, please remove any negativity being directed towards me. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. Please activate my shield, my cloak, and my golden ornaments. Thank you. Oh, that's better. I think that these people have friends. So whoever invented polyethylene, or whoever sells it, whoever makes it, has friends in high places, and they have some makeshift network where they go to the pencil pushers and the people who write the bills, and they have a way, they're friends with them. They leave voice messages for them. They're friends. Okay. How to stop 11. That's confirmation. How to stop yawning during your performance review. Telling you drink a glass of water, well, you're probably drinking it out of a cup. Look, I got a plastic cup right here that I've been saving, using it for drinks I drink over and over again, but that doesn't mean it's not seeping out from the cup, because it said that it's slightly gaseous. Tree, and it's gaseous, and the gas might be taking up the oxygen, because the trees have to make the oxygen, and if these gaseous plastic polyethylene cups are creating gas, the trees have to work 10 times harder to disrupt that. So we're not getting all the oxygen we need. What? How to stop yawning during your performance review. Kindergarten, it starts at kindergarten. Have you ever had a teacher name you couldn't remember? Start using your mind with other hand on hand, pinch and table under the blinking to prevent you from blinking, and deep breathing, drinking cold water. So the water in these water bottles, even in plastic cups, I'm telling you, anything plastic made of polyethylene is bad news. And just stop drinking it, because it'll make you stop blinking. It'll leave you in a pinch, one hand over the other, and your mind will start to get foggy. It starts at kindergarten. Even your teachers have brain fog. It gives you brain fog. drinking out of these, and it's like the first thing you grab when you drink water. You grab a water bottle. You go to the store, you get water bottles. All of our water is inside of water bottles.
Communicate.
How to remove correction fluid from your blouse. You grab water. You have it dry cleaned. Something in the dry cleaning. The steam and the heat. Oh my gosh, it's probably like heating up the water, pressing it into your clothes. You sweat. Now it gets absorbed into your sweat. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, that's crazy. The water I put in here came from a water bottle, from a big jug. But I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. I need water. Have it dry clean. Rinse in warm water. Pieces of thick polyethylene you've crumbled in. And then you get liquid paper. Smash it into the pen and the blunt end of your clothes. It'll flake off, but some kind of chemical they use in dry cleaning. It'll flake off in a few minutes, but add alcohol and water, and you get a dip solution. Oh, it reminds me of like the dip in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and they're being put in the dip, and the dip kills those characters. Polyethylene's in everything. You add hot water to it and chemicals, alcohol, boom, you have a solution, a dip solution. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let's do different cards. That's crazy. Why would they approve something like that? Why would they approve something like that? They didn't do the studies? What? Write a doctor's note to get a child out. See, they have doctors and stuff that are paid to say that no, it doesn't bother you. It's completely safe, but it's not. Polyethylene's killing us. It's making our cortisol levels spike, and it's making us have thyroid problems. Write a recall for a batch of cell phones that can't make calls. And it also gets even more amplified. We read here, I'll read it right, or I don't know if they still have it. But it said polyethylene is also
wait and see.
Is also affected by cell phone towers, by electromagnetic cell phone towers. Once you have it in your system, it's like a conductor for it, like freaking copper or something, to make you more stressed out, to make your thyroid go crazy. Write an obscure new law. They're going to have to write a new law that says no polyethylene, or we're going to have to find a way to transmute it and find something to eat it up, because we have so much of it seeping into our waters. It's in our food. They use it for the water, the pipes to go to candy bars. Like, it's in everything. It's literally in everything. Give a eulogy for a person you did not like. Yeah, it's getting to a point now where there's so much polyethylene everywhere that it's literally killing us. You're going to have to write a eulogy for the coffee. Oh, coffee? It's even in the coffee. It says give a eulogy for a person you didn't like. You're going to have to give a eulogy for someone. You're going to know someone who's going to pass from weird circumstances, and it's going to be from polyethylene consumption. You mix polyethylene with cell phone towers, with heat, with chemicals, and you have a dip. You have a dip. Ask a neighbor to borrow something from their house. Yeah, it won't matter what you borrow because it's going to be made of polyethylene. Everything. Explain to someone how to potty train a dog. Even the animals are being affected by it. They could possibly get some kind of brain neurosis where they're peeing in the house, or just doing weird things that, dogs are very smart, but if your dog's regressing, it could be some kind of plastic. Maybe they eat plastic. They eat toys. The toys probably have horrible polyethylene. What is the most Google searched by your grandparents?
Family.
Family. Okay, I see what you're saying. This is as big as Google, you guys, and searching family in it. As many hits as you get for looking up family on Google is how much we're affected by polyethylene in a negative way. I don't know why, but I keep write a phrase for a regrettable tattoo. This is going to be as permanent as a tattoo if we don't get our shit together. I was going to say something, but it left my head, so it must not be important. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Punny. I was going to say I can't stop thinking about mushrooms because I know that something about mushrooms. Maybe mushrooms eating plastic up or something like that. Why did you fail the test that you needed to pass? Because they wanted to make money. So whoever made the test for polyethylene that said it was safe, it's not safe. It's never been safe. It never was. It never will be. And we need to start coming from that place because whatever's happening here is actually going to be regrettable and permanent, like a tattoo, if we don't get our shit together. Something about mushrooms. Spirit, why do you keep showing me mushrooms? What's the most shocking thing you've ever heard someone say? People get shocked when you say, I've done mushrooms before. They get all like, oh my God. Are you saying that mushrooms could solve this problem? Write a letter to your childhood hero. Obey. Oh my gosh.
Blind.
Spirit said, don't be blind. They said there must be a kind of mushroom out there. And I don't know nothing about mushrooms that will be able to eat up all the polyethylene we have on this planet to help clean it up. Describe a painting to a blind person. Someone and Spirit just said blind. I love you, Spirit.
Abandoned building.
They're saying abandoned polyethylene. It's not good. It never was good. And we need to come up with a different way to house our things. There's a different way. Maybe the new way is make it out of mushrooms. I don't know if they're saying mushrooms to eat up the polyethylene, like as a landfill kind of solution that's sustainable, or if they're saying to use mushroom material as a new plastic or something. I don't know. You're writing a book. What's it about? How we save the planet from our own stupidity. Tell someone to quiet their kid down at the movies.
Jonathan.
Tell someone to quiet their kid down at the movies. This could be affecting children as well and their behavior. They could be acting out more if they're drinking more out of plastic, if they're eating with plastic forks, if they're ingesting plastic inadvertently or eating too much candy or something. Write a jingle for a store that's no longer around. There's going to be a lot of businesses going out of business because of this, but because We can't continue having this go around and killing our children and ourselves and the planet. It's just not gonna, just because it's a little easier and convenient doesn't mean that we should allow it. We have to stand up for this. Write the eulogy to friends, your cats, to your friend's cat's funeral. And I have write the eulogy to a person you did not like. I'm telling you, polyethylene is bad news. It's killing us slowly, and it's making us have higher cortisol levels. It's making us, what did it say? It's disrupting our endocrine system. So we're getting reactions like allergies, but it's really the polyethylene, and it's also disrupting our thyroids. Write the plot for a love movie or book. I would love to know how to alleviate the situation. Let's see. How can we alleviate the situation? Mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Look at her lips. Her lips are like bluish.
Why?
Her lips are like this bluish color. Wide. The water. They're talking about the water. Our water supply is complete. We have to purify our water supply because it's seeping into the water supply because there's nowhere to put it. They must be dumping it into the ocean, into the riverbeds and stuff because there's nowhere else to put it. Her eyes are filling up with tears with water. We've condemned our water supply by poisoning it with polyethylene because it was never good for us to begin with. We need to hold those people responsible for whoever passed these bills and said that it was okay to use it, that it wasn't toxic, because it is toxic. Lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. And she's sitting by an ocean with birds. Doesn't she look sad? Everybody's going to be stressed out. Hello, Zora. Everyone's going to be stressed out. Everyone's going to be having health concerns. And your children are going to have behavioral things. And you might even have people pass away because of unaliving themselves because their endocrine neurotransmitters are so disrupted from polyethylene. Oh, look, she's wearing complete blue. Water. I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure. Precipice of change. Pause before action. I see Humpty Dumpty on the wall in the back. I see the White Rabbit blowing the trumpet.
1940s.
I see a Cheshire Cat hiding in the grass.
4.
And she's reading a book. I think we have to educate ourselves on how we have to go within. All of us have to go within to find some kind of resource or way to go to ask the ascended masters. That's why the book in the beginning talked about the grid and how our lack of connection with each other causes us to not feel love, which brings us disconnection, which makes us not want to meditate or do any self-care. But that is where we get the answers for these kinds of problems. We need all of the collective and all of the chosen ones, at least, who are in high places or have money to do research or something, to meditate and ask the ascended masters what we can do, because otherwise the polyethylene problem on our planet is a fucking problem and we're going to regret it. Write a phrase that's for a regrettable tattoo. Write a jingle for a store that's no longer around. What is the most shocking thing that you've heard someone say? That you're going to die because of plastic? And she's, look, blue dress by the ocean. blue lips, blue water in her eyes. I'm telling you, we need to find a way to purify the water. We need to find a way. Maybe you put a bunch of mushrooms in it and it absorbs it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to meditate on this, and I have no idea what to do with this reading. It's so global. It's so global.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, okay. You guys, that's all I have for this. I don't have like an end result for this. This is something that is just Spirit wants us to get a higher perspective of the linear view. We've been tricked about polyethylene. It's not safe for you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's seeping into everything, literally everything, even our candy bars, right down to the cups we drink in at school. And it's gaseous, and it causes disruptors for the endocrine system, so your thyroid and what was the other one? Your thyroid and cortisol. It raises cortisol levels, so you have more stress. So that's why we're seeing higher suicide rates. That's why we're seeing more mental issues. That's why we're seeing such a disruption, just like the fifth. You're becoming a galactic human said. Okay, I hope this helps. I love you. Bye.